Good morning. This is KELOLAND On the Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
The search is over for a Rapid City murder suspect. Monday afternoon, Pennington County authorities announced the arrest of 26-year-old Shamar Tay Bennett.
He's accused of abusing and killing a 1-month-old baby in November of 2022. A 27-year-old woman is also accused in the case.
Two men from Omaha, Nebraska are accused of scamming a South Dakota tribal casino out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. They face charges in federal court. Court documents say the alleged scheme involved a series of phone calls to Grand River Casino near Mobridge back in February.
The callers convinced an employee the casino owed $700,000 in fees for an audit or inspection. The callers said the money needed to be paid immediately. The employee also received a text message from someone claiming to be his supervisor who told him to assist the callers.
The worker emptied the casino's vault, drove to Mitchell, and handed over a box with $352,000 cash inside. The Omaha men are charged with federal wire fraud, theft from a casino on tribal lands, and transporting stolen money.
A railway bridge crossing the Big Sioux River in North Sioux City is now being removed. The bridge collapsed in June when floodwaters washed part of it away.
BNSF Railway and its contractors used controlled blasting to cut the bridge span into sections. For the next week, crews will remove pieces from the river.
It's going to take a while, I'm sure, to put up the new bridge, but I mean, I'm sure for the community it's been devastating in a way, but you know they're making progress.
BNSF says they do plan to rebuild the bridge. A design plan is in the works, and the rebuilding schedule is expected to take about 9 months.
Now let's get a check on our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Looking at a stormy morning, Scott?
Yeah, we're watching this rain slowly moving in eastern and southeastern KELOLAND. That will last through much of the morning. Clouds will probably hang around through much of the day. Temperatures will be cool in eastern South Dakota. Numbers in the low, maybe the middle 70s, while western KELOLAND will have sunshine and the heat. Notice Rapid City's high at 94. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Chicago is buzzing as a Democratic National Convention kicked off Monday with more than 4,000 delegates.
That includes delegates from South Dakota who say they are excited to recognize current Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee for president.
I am very happy with the ticket because, the amount of energy that they're bringing to this campaign is just very incredible. And I think, the fight for our freedoms are at stake in this election, and they're just articulating that message really clearly. And so I think when we look at this entire campaign, it's going to be very, very exciting, and everybody in this, you could just feel it in this room.
The Democratic Party released its platform ahead of the convention. It includes support for raising the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour, making the child tax credit permanent, and creating protections for IVF and abortion services.
Coming up tonight in southeastern South Dakota, the Harrisburg City Council will turn their attention to a topic that's received considerable attention: a proposed men's prison between their community and Canton. The state is seeking to connect the proposed prison's wastewater into Harrisburg's sewer system.
In turn, the city would receive slightly under $7.2 million. KELOLAND News will be at the City Council meeting when the sewer proposal is discussed tonight, and will bring you coverage of the council's decision.
Shields in Sioux Falls is preparing to host an after-hours sales event to benefit a local nonprofit. Ducks and Bucks is an exclusive shopping experience featuring everything from camo gear and firearms to food and giveaways.
Tickets are $10 with proceeds donated to either Wheelchair Adventures or Warriors Never Give Up, and you'll receive a $10 gift card from Shields.
It's going to be a really fun event. I think anytime we do something after store hours, there's a little bit more energy, a little different energy. So yeah, you'll find sales, you'll find our experts are here if you've got questions about the upcoming season, whether that's products or tips and tricks, pointers that they want for this season. We'll have it all here.
Ducks and Bucks is set for Sunday, September 15th at 7 p.m. The first 300 tickets to the event are sold out, but another 100 will be available beginning on Thursday.
The winning nonprofit will be announced on Thursday as well. If you'd like to vote, we provided a link under this story on KELOLAND.com.
And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather, a wet start in Huron this morning. The temperature during the 7 o'clock hour in the mid-60s. We're going to continue to track that rain as it pivots to the southeast. Some locally heavy totals as well in the northern Black Hills. Quite a storm last evening around Spearfish and Sturgis, producing some of that heavy rain. And then eventually we kicked that out toward Pierre. I know the airport, it says 1.5 inches, but in town it was even 2.5, almost 3 inches of rain at Pierre. And we've had local totals around Huron now between 1/2 inch and 1 inch of rain. And we'll keep adding. Sioux Falls, some scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunder shower today. The main effect too with the clouds, temperatures not as warm. We're going to be holding in the low 70s, it looks like, into the afternoon. There's a look at it on Futurecast. Again, that band of moisture, you'll notice how it continues to generate on the western flank of it here toward Mitchell and Huron. That takes us out to the midday hour, and I would expect Sioux Falls will just kind of deal with those scattered hits of rain off and on through the late afternoon. Can't even rule out an evening shower potential there as well. And then, of course, we'll get into our forecast for tomorrow. We'll probably end up regrouping in western South Dakota by Wednesday evening. This warm front feature, by the way, you'll notice that today kind of parks there in the middle of South Dakota. It's much hotter on the warm side of the front. We're talking mid-90s in Rapid City. And then that big difference towards Sioux Falls, only in the low 70s. See how tomorrow, that low pressure center up in Montana, that'll kick out. So we do expect some of those thunderstorms rolling into western South Dakota tomorrow evening. And by Thursday, that chance should extend into eastern KELOLAND. And of course, we'll update that scenario the next couple of days. But the humidity too will be increasing. So even some locally heavy rain cannot be ruled out in a pattern like that. 94 today, Rapid City. By contrast, only 70 in Brookings and Watertown. Once we work through the scattered hits of rain today, we see drier weather tomorrow for Sioux Falls and then a recurring chance of scattered shower and thunderstorm development Thursday, and that should also be on the agenda here for Friday. The weekend, hot and humid, 90-degree weather. Dew points in the 70s. That is weather you can wear, and it definitely will feel hot and sweaty out there with those humid numbers. Looks like Aberdeen will be close to 90 by Saturday, too. Even hotter for western and central South Dakota. We'll hit the 90s tomorrow in Pierre, 91 on Thursday, and low to mid-90s likely by Saturday. So the rain chances look to be a little bit more scattered. Rapid City, too. I would say after 98 tomorrow, a thunderstorm tomorrow evening looks like it's on the agenda, too. Maybe another risk of a couple thunderstorms on Friday. More details with the weather online at KELOLAND.com.